Hi, this is KW. I'm back. This is the title of this segment is going to be The Ugly Truth. In this part, I want to talk about things that happen being obese. I'm classified as super obese. Being 467 pounds, I would be classified as super obese. My BMI range is in the 60s, and this is a requirement that I have to go on a prolonged liver shrinking diet before I could even get the weight loss surgery. The liver is it bleeds easy, and they need to be able to shrink it down enough to where they can get in to be able to do their work. So it's real important that I follow the strict guidelines of the diet to get myself prepared to be able to make it through the surgery. In this segment, I want to talk about how people perceive you, how difficult it is to do everyday tasks. And the first thing I want to talk about is travel, and how hard it is for me to travel, or has gotten for me to travel. It hadn't always been this way, but then again, now we're at a time to where travel is just a task in itself, especially air travel. We went not long ago out to San Antonio, Texas, to see a pastor preach out there. His name's John Hagee, and I was just led to go out there because I really wanted to see what he had to say. So we did. We went, but when we got on the airplane, it was just a task. It's a task to get in seats. It's a task to sit down. It's a task to get your seat belt fastened. But of course, I've got a 68-inch waist, and I have to have a seat belt extender extended to its fullest length in order to be able to get into that seat. So, as you can imagine, one, it's embarrassing. The aisles are narrow. I've got to get through there. I've got to become itty bitty, so to speak, just to get down there without being spotted. That's not going to happen, folks. If you're big, you stick out in the crowd. That's just the way it is. It's the way it always has been. So, I'll tell you a little story about taking a flight on a Delta flight, and I was going somewhere, and I had to sit down next to a gentleman, and my seat was on the window side. He had the aisle seat. So the very first thing he had to do was get up and get in the aisle. The second thing was I had to get in. Of course, the center arm rest, I have to put it in the up position. So that eliminates that. I'm not over on the next person's seat. It's just that it's kind of uncomfortable for me to squeeze in into that seat with both arms down. So I raised that up. I got in. I put my seatbelt extender on. I fastened up. By the way, I carry a seatbelt extender with me just so I don't have to ask for one. And I put my seatbelt extender on, and the gentleman sat back down, and he didn't acknowledge my existence for the most part. Didn't say hi, how are you, nothing. Just sat there as though I was pretty much made to feel like a piece of chewing gum that had been stuck to the bottom of his shoe in a hot parking lot. I mean, that's the only metaphor I can give you about it. But anyway, that's kind of the feeling. But I was as squeezed up and as tiny as I could be, with my head cocked to the left because it was touching the upper part of the part of the top of the part where your carry-on bag would fit. So anyway, I was in that seat. I was going to be the one that was going to be uncomfortable during the flight, and that's the price that I have to pay for being large. Okay. I've lived with that. I live with the discomforts of that. But then the gentleman next to me decided that he would tell the stewardess that this wasn't going to work. So he got up, they moved him to another seat on the airplane. There was a lady that happened to be on a standby list waiting to hopefully to get a seat on the aircraft. And she came in and she was very gracious, very nice, said to me, "I'll sit beside you," and sat down. And we had a nice flight, and I thanked her at the end of the flight. And of course, I stayed in the wadded position the entire flight, just so not to be a discomfort to anyone. So, folks, this is one issue with being obese. Okay, so you can understand that another reason why the weight loss surgery is, I'm a candidate. It's not just about the overeating. It gets to a point to where it absolutely can control your life. So the next thing are cars and getting to a place and renting an automobile. Folks, I'm going to be honest with you. There's just some cars I can't get in. And in fact, there is a lot of cars that I just can't get in and be comfortable. I own a Cadillac. Thank goodness it's a big enough driver compartment that I can get in there, go where I'm going, get out, and but it can be hard getting in and out of automobiles. That's just another thing that goes with it. Another thing is the wear and tear of the amount of weight that you're carrying around. You can feel it on your knees. Luckily, I've got really strong knees. I always had real strong legs. I was able to push a lot of weight with my legs when I was younger. I was able to, I just had really strong legs. So I've been really fortunate that something didn't happen that put me down in a bed and keep me there and then this just get out of control, and I'd been crying for help on a Jerry Springer show or something. But anyway, to get back to the issues at hand, discrimination is a real issue with large people, and we wear our sin. While a lot of people keep sin hidden, our sin it comes to the surface, and so that's in a nutshell. So we're gonna follow this journey, and we're gonna take step by step in correcting it, because it has come to the time to where if I don't do something about it, my health will break down. I will break down, and that will be the end of it. So, folks, I just want to let you know that you just stay tuned, because this journey and this walk is going to be an amazing one. And I hope that it blesses someone else to be able to finally stand up and say, I'm going to make that change. I'm not going to let it conquer me. I am going to conquer it. And God bless the doctors that are able to perform this type of surgery and save someone's life. Y'all have a blessed day.